All right, everybody, it's time for a pop quiz. Grab your pens and pencils, grab your notebooks, turn off your phones. Absolutely no cheating allowed. Here is the question. Question. If someone asks for your seed phrase, what do you do? A. Do you give them your seed phrase? Or B. Do you not give them your seed phrase? Okay, I'm going to give you a second. Think about it. All right, here it is. Here's the answer. Pause if you're not ready. The answer is you should not give your seed phrase, since the seed phrase for your crypto wallet gives total access and total control to all of the assets, NFTs, tokens, etc. in that wallet. Of course, you should not give it to anybody. Why am I mentioning this? Well, there was a mild error, and it wasn't as bad as it seemed, but at first it was fucking shocking. With Gods Unchained with this new update. So, Gods Unchained just launched crafting. Basically, there's a handful of cards. I don't know exactly how many. I think maybe like a dozen cards, maybe a little bit more, that can only be obtained by crafting. And crafting is something Gods Unchained has been working on for a while. It's basically you burn some of your NFT cards to get a different card, and usually the extra card you're getting is some kind of rare, more collectible card. So, for example, I purchased 10 copies of a card. I think it's called Sartonian Spellbreaker. It's a relatively unused card. I think it's a mage card. I'm actually forgetting exactly the details of the card. All I know, I have 10 of them, and I'm going to burn all 10 of them to get one copy of Salvatore, a really strong war legendary. It's the one that's got, I think, 5/6 stats with Blitz and the destroys 2 spells from your opponent's hand if it's mana surged. It's crazy. Okay, what does all this have to do with the seed phrase? Getting a little lost in the sauce on the cards. Well, when Gods added crafting to the app, there was a very unexpected thing. So it's already been reverted, and I'll say it up front, there apparently was never any security vulnerability. No one's information was actually at risk here. Supposedly, I believe it based on the people who I've talked to, like Birdgineer and even Not Manners in the Discord chat. Different people basically confirming, devs who've been around for a long time confirming it's not risky. But if you looked at your Gods Unchained app, let me also flex, look at that MMR 1528. But more importantly, up here, notice there's nothing. In this little corner, my mouse is moving in between the buy packs link and this, like, you know, counter of tokens showing you how poor I am. There's this open space, and this had a button that said Connect Wallet. I was going to show you. I should have filmed it last night, but I was kind of waiting to see what happened. Didn't want to jump right in and make any assumptions, so I waited. If you'd clicked the link there that said Connect Wallet, it would bring you to the MetaMask Create New Wallet page. And I don't know if I could show you guys this. I won't bother because it'll probably end up taking too long. I'll probably get confused. Basically, when you make a new wallet in MetaMask, like if you have a new computer, you turn it on for the first time, you're on your Microsoft Edge or whatever you're using, you install MetaMask, and you first open it up, it says, would you like to create a new wallet or import your previously existing wallet? And this is pretty much the only time you ever put your seed phrase into your computer is if you're importing a wallet into a new computer. You know it's a fresh install. You're not on some weird website. You specifically, intentionally installed the MetaMask extension from the main page with the millions of downloads. You can see it's legit, and then you import your seed phrase, and that's like the only time you ever do it. Well, because Gods Unchained implemented something called the MetaMask SDK, which is basically like a plugin that MetaMask has introduced for apps to use. It created this weird experience where you're in the Gods Unchained app, and if you clicked on that Connect Wallet button, it would ask you for your seed phrase. Now, it turns out this is because it was actually sending you to the MetaMask SDK, so the game wasn't actually asking you for your seed phrase. According to the devs I talked to, including Birdgineer, basically, it's just MetaMask. It's no different because the Gods Unchained app is actually a browser. So this is not really a game app. It's actually Chromium. This is basically Google Chrome loading up a website of Gods Unchained content. It's not until you click the play button that you launch the game. That, when the board with your hand and your opponent's hand, you're playing cards, now the game is open. But this is really just a Google Chrome wrapper with a little graphic over it that says Gods Unchained. So it wasn't really Gods Unchained asking for your seed phrase. But here's the problem. Anyone who's been in crypto for a long time knows that you just never give your seed phrase to anybody. And it's because there are so many attempts to scam you, and there are so many things, especially phishing attempts. Phishing being, as you probably know, what it's called when a fake website is made that looks like the real thing. So if you're on a fake version of godsunchained.com and someone made a fake website that looks the same, but it asks you for your seed phrase, and you gave them your seed phrase, you might just get hacked and lose all your money because they would steal your seed phrase, giving them access to all of your crypto, all of your NFTs in that wallet. So even though it turned out after multiple, long time respected developers in the community could all kind of say, listen, it's not technically risky, it's just the MetaMask SDK. It's actually like, okay. And then you can kind of understand how maybe they thought they're just implementing the MetaMask SDK, so it's not a big deal. The problem is that your average user had the experience of opening the game and being unexpectedly asked for the seed phrase. And whenever this happens, no matter how much you trust the app or whatever website you're on, you never enter the seed phrase. Anytime you're asked for your seed phrase, minimum, you wait 24 hours, you wait 48 hours, you miss the opportunity, you don't do the thing, and you do not give them your seed phrase ever. If you need to access something and you're intent on doing it, the only safe way would be to make a new wallet, fresh, with no connection to your other wallets, and import that one. So if there is some shenanigans afoot and that wallet gets hacked, you're not going to lose anything except whatever tiny amount of crypto you might put in to do the thing you're trying to do. You never put your seed phrase for any wallet that you keep valuable stuff in. And of course, you should have your valuable NFTs in a cold wallet, and there's all kinds of security. But bottom line, that's basically what happened. So long story short, to summarize, Gods Unchained, added the MetaMask SDK to the game's browser, which is really a wrapped version of Chromium. But because no one knew what was happening, we were just kind of encountering this unexpected request for the seed phrase. Anyway, it has a fine ending. I chose to get some sleep on it, not immediately make any big, assumptions or reactions. And I'm going to pull up the announcements channel. I'm trying not to accidentally reveal the Council of Mortals, all the secrets. Let me close up all the Illuminati channels. Okay, so you can see here in the public announcement channel for the Gods Unchained Discord, this morning, or evening for them, because they're in Australia, Daniel said that in our desire to enhance your experience using crafting, we decided to use the MetaMask SDK. The MetaMask SDK mirrors the process of setting up MetaMask on a new device, prompting users for their seed phrases. We want to assure you during this process, Gods Unchained has no access to these seed phrases. Players are interacting with MetaMask directly. But that's nonetheless, this is the important part. We fully acknowledge your concerns regarding the request for seed phrases within the launcher and take them seriously. To immediately address these concerns, we are disabling the ability to connect your wallet via seed phrase or private keys in the launcher, and we're redirecting the crafting to open the crafting in a website browser instead. And then over the next few days, they're permanently removing the functionality of interacting with the MetaMask extension within Gods, and they're migrating the crafting system to the website with a more secure, user-friendly environment. And Daniel also acknowledges that we missed the mark in our initial approach to streamline the crafting experience. We apologize, appreciate the feedback. So I think this is the correct answer. They made a mistake. It was technically probably secure. Like, they knew it was secure, but the average everyday users just trying to jump in and play a few games have no way to verify that when they're unexpectedly asked for the seed phrase. So even if it might have been technically secure, it's better. Just games really should never ask for seed phrases. If games are going to be implementing the MetaMask SDK, I don't know, but the way it was done this time seemed pretty sus. It just seems really risky to normalize entering your seed phrase unless we're able to have some sort of audit and clear way to make sure. Because I don't know, I'm not technical, so I can't really tell the difference between a fake phishing version of the MetaMask SDK and the real thing. I totally understand if it's really the MetaMask SDK in a browser, it's no different from using my own browser and importing my own wallet. But even then, I double check 5 times before I do it. I only do that on a fresh computer. It's a bit much, So that's that. One other thing I wanted to mention in the very tail end of this video, I don't think I'm going to do a whole video on this, but it's kind of funny, just NFT news, side news. Apparently, at the recent Bored Ape Yacht Club Hong Kong like festival meetup, party they had. People have been blinded. So this is a quick one. I don't know. I thought about maybe doing a whole video on this, but I just mentioned it here. Yeah, people. It's not funny, I guess, but it's just a strange headline. Like, Bored Ape Yacht Club holds a party and everyone got blinded. Like, what the fuck? Did someone throw like? I mean, this would be terrible, but like, was someone throwing acid in people's face? Like, what the fuck's going on? It turns out there was some kind of strobe light that was like too strong, or it was emitting UV light or something. It's something about a strobe light or strobe lights at the front of the stage that some people who stood in the front of this event basically had their eyes blasted, just like blasted with eye bleach from these UV strobe lights. So apparently multiple people from the Bored Ape Yacht Club community had to go to the emergency room at like 3 a.m. after this party, like waking up with horrible eye pain, not able to see. Sounds pretty scary, honestly. I'm sure if I had that happen to me, I'd be really freaked the fuck out. So hope everyone who got their eyes messed up by this is going to be okay. Still, I just have to say, when you're on Twitter and you just see NFT holders blinded at community event, everyone's gone blind. It's like, what? Is this the book Blindness? Like that movie/book where everyone in the world goes blind? That's a really good book, actually. I think it's called Blindness. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, apparently just some bad strobe lights. So quick little side story, and with that, that's all I had to say. So thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe. Don't give your seed phrase to anybody. If you're ever unsure, just wait a day. There's never anything bad about waiting a day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Flux signing out.